Good morning. Day 10, magic dust, everyone. No duty is more urgent than of returning thanks. Ancient spiritual teachings say that what we give to another person with a full heart returns to us 100-fold. So being grateful and saying thank you to another person for anything you receive from them is not only urgent, it is vital to improving your life. Gratitude is a powerful energy, and so whomever you direct gratitude's energy towards, that's where it goes. If you think of gratitude's energy looking like sparkling magic dust, then when you express gratitude to another person in return for something you've received from them, you are literally sprinkling them with the magic dust. The powerful positive energy in magic dust reaches and affects whomever you sprinkle it on. Most of us make contact with many people every day, whether on the phone, through email, or face-to-face at work, in stores, restaurants, elevators, buses, or trains. And in many cases, the people we make contact with deserve our gratitude because we are receiving something from them. Think about the people you encounter on a typical day who provide you with some kind of service. Like those working in stores or restaurants, bus or cab drivers, customer service people, cleaners, or the staff at your work. The people who work in service are giving themselves to serve you, and you are receiving their service. If you don't say thank you in return for their service, then you're not being grateful, and you're stopping the good from coming into your life. Think about the maintenance workers who keep our transport system working safely, and those who maintain the service of utilities such as electricity, gas, water, or our roads. Think about the cleaners of the world who clean our streets, public bathrooms, trains, buses, airplanes, hospitals, restaurants, supermarkets, and office buildings. You can't personally say thank you to all of them, but you can sprinkle them with magic dust by saying thank you next time you pass one of them. And you can be grateful next time you sit at your clean desk or walk on a clean sidewalk or across a polished floor. When you are at a cafe or restaurant, sprinkle magic dust by saying thank you to each person as they serve you. Whether cleaning the table, giving you the menu, receiving your order, filling your glass with water, serving the meal you ordered, clearing the table, giving you the bill, or giving your change. Remember to say thank you every single time. If you're in a store or supermarket checkout, sprinkle magic dust and say thank you to the person who serves you or packs your groceries. If you are traveling by plane, sprinkle magic dust by saying thank you to the check-in people, the people in security, the people who checks your ticket as you board, and the cabin crew who greet you as you enter the plane. During the flight, say thank you to the cabin crew every time they perform a service for you, serving drinks and food or removing your plate or trash is a service. The airline thanks you for flying with them. The captain thanks you and the crew thank you. So do the same and thank them as you leave the plane. And every time you take off and land at your destination, say thank you, because the fact that you can fly is an absolute miracle. Be thankful to those who assist you in your work, whether they are clerical staff, receptionists, canteen staff, cleaners, customer service people, or any of your work colleagues. Magic dust them all with thank you. all of them are doing you a service, and they deserve your continued gratitude in return. Store assistants, waiters, and waitresses work very hard to serve people. They have chosen a job to serve other people, and serving the public means encountering all kinds of people in varying moods, including those who are ungrateful. Next time you are being served by another person, remember that the person who is serving you is a precious daughter or a son or a parent, an irreplaceable brother or sister to siblings, a mother or a father to a family and children, and a loved and adored partner or friend, and they deserve your kindness and patience. At times you may encounter a person in service who behaves rudely towards you or doesn't give you the attention you think you deserve. It may be more challenging to be grateful in these situations, but your gratitude cannot be dependent on another person's behavior. Choose to be grateful no matter what. Choose magic in your life no matter what. It might help you to remember that you don't know what difficulty someone might be going through at the time you connect with him or her. They may be feeling unwell. They may have just lost a loved one. Their marriage might have just ended, or they may be in desperation and at the tipping point in their life. Your gratitude and kindness might be the most magical thing that happened to them that day. Be kind for everyone you meet and fight. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. If you thank someone on the phone for his or her help, don't throw away your thank you. Instead, give the reason why you're grateful. For example, thank you for your help. Thank you for going out of your way for me. Thank you for giving me so much time. Thank you for resolving the situation for me. I'm very grateful to you. You will be amazed at the response from the other person when you do this one simple thing, because they feel your sincerity. When you say thank you to someone in person, look at his or her face. They will not feel your gratitude or receive your magic dust unless you look directly at them. You've wasted an opportunity to help that person and to change your own life if you say thank you to the air, or say thank you as you are looking down, or thank you while you're on the cell phone, because you're not really sincere when you do that. A couple of years ago, I was in a store buying a gift for my sister. The store assistant who served me listened to what I was looking for and then went on a search for the perfect gift as though it was her sister. As the store assistant handed me the bag containing the perfect, beautiful wrapped gift, I received a call on my cell phone. I was finishing the call when I reached the front entrance of the store, and suddenly an unsettled feeling swept over me. I immediately returned to the store assistant who had helped me, and I not only thanked her, but I told her all the reasons why I was grateful for her and how I appreciated everything she did for me. I showered her with gratitude's magic dust. Her eyes filled with tears, and the biggest smile you've ever seen swept across her face. Every action always has an equal reaction. If you really mean it when you say thank you, the other person will feel it. And you will not only have made another person feel really good, but your gratitude will fill you with an incredible happiness. That day, I walked out of the store incredibly happy. I don't use magic dust only for the people who serve. I use gratitude's dust in all kinds of situations. When I say goodbye to my daughter before she drives to her home, I feel great gratitude for her arriving home safely, and I wave my fingers in the air and imagine sprinkling dust over her and her car. Sometimes I sprinkle dust on my computer before I sign in and begin a new project, or sprinkle magic dust ahead of me before I walk into a store to look for something in particular that I need. My daughter uses magic dust when she's driving, and if she sees another driver who seems to be stressed and is speeding, she sprinkles magic dust over them to help make them feel better and keep them safe. Today, take advantage Today, take gratitude's magic dust with you for the people who work in service, and look for every opportunity you can to sprinkle magic dust on everyone by saying thank you. Thank at least 10 people where am I? 10 people who perform different services you benefit from today. It doesn't matter if you don't get the opportunity to do in person. You can mentally acknowledge the people who whose service you benefit from. The magic dust will reach them. And as an example, mentally say to yourself, I'm really grateful to the cleaners who work through the early hours of the morning, making sure that the streets are cleaned of trash every day. I've never really thought about how grateful I am for that service, which is done like clockwork every day. Thank you. Sorry, I'm stuttery today. Make sure you keep count of the people in service you are grateful for, so that you know when you have thanked 10 different people for your service and sprinkled magic dust on all of them. If you imagine the sprinkling magic dust falling over people when you thank them, you have a picture of what really happens in the invisible with the power of gratitude. With this picture in your mind, it will help you to believe and know that the magic dust of gratitude really does reach people, and it will be available to help them to improve their lives. And every time you sprinkle magic dust over another person, it also returns to you in your own life. If you're at home today, then sit down with a pen and journal, or on your computer, and go back in your mind, recalling instances where people in service went out of their way for you. It may have been someone on the phone, or it may have been a tradesperson who was determined to resolve a problem for you. Maybe you received great service from your mail person, the trash collectors or recycling companies, or local store assistants. Make a written list of 10 instances where people in service helped you, and send magic dust by saying thank you to every one of them. So this one is a big one. You want to make sure that you are really conscious of when you're complaining, especially when it's in your inner mind. If you're driving and you're a road rager, you really want to start shifting this part for you, because it's not going to benefit you when you're sending out the opposite of gratitude, when you're angry, when you're upset. And there's so many instances where we overlook people. I work in a hospital setting, I see people overlook how hard and the sacrifice that nurses specifically make, especially during COVID. I see how even hospital staff overlook how hard the cleaners, the housekeepers work. Same in hotels, all of their staff. It's just everywhere. Anybody that's doing a service job is really, it makes a huge difference when you thank them. It really does. And you want to get into the habit of seeing and understanding when it's time to be grateful, because you can make such a difference in someone's day when they're having a bad day. I've had a really bad day. I'm a COVID screener at the hospital here in Kelowna, and I've had some times where I've had really tough days. I'm not everybody's favorite person. It's been a really tough 2 years, and people don't come to the hospital for good reason. So I've had some really tough days, and I've just had somebody that came and said, thank you for what you do. And it just makes such a monumental shift, just that one thing in my day. And the more you start understanding that, and the more you start doing that for yourself, the more you're setting yourself up to experience amazing things, because you decide the pathway that you take. By each one of your complaints or your gratitude, you are deciding where you're going in life. So make sure that your scale is tipped to the gratitude side and not the complaint. If you are in the habit of complaining, then seriously spend the next 28 days being very mindful of it and breaking yourself of that habit, because it does nothing for you but negative things. So that's day 10